All right, we're here at the Sheraton. I had a really long flight. The flight actually wasn't that long, but it just took us a really long time getting onto the plane. There was just a lot of delays. Oh, it looks like the Sheraton gave me. Am I a Gold Elite? I don't think I am. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Wow, they put stickers on this and everything. Oh my gosh, this is so adorable. Oh man, you guys, I don't drink. I wonder if I can exchange it for something else. I'm gonna take this with me though. Is it under 100 milliliters? I might be able to take it with me on the plane back home. I'll just give it to somebody else. No, it's not. It's 175. Darn it. Oh well. What is in here? What? Oh, this looks amazing. Little like chocolates and pastries. Oh, this looks so great. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for the next couple days. Yes, and they have the Bible. Oh, and the Book of Mormon. Oh my. Yeah, I think Marriott is owned by either an LDS family or an LDS, it might be actually just be owned by the church, the LDS church. Let's see, what's in here? I think this is, nothing in there. I'm so excited for the next couple days, you guys. So the number one thing on my to-do list while I'm here is to go see the old like colonial part of Santo Domingo. And that's something I want to go see. I want to go learn a little bit more about the Spanish history in Santo Domingo. So I'm super excited for that tomorrow. I think I might head downstairs and go get some dinner. I haven't eaten all day today, so I'm a little bit hungry. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm so excited and I just can't wait to show you guys. You guys, this soup is so delicious. I couldn't really talk because there was music playing in the lobby, but it has beef, potatoes. The lobby ended up closing. It's late here. It's about 11 p.m. So I brought this to my room, but they gave me some rice and some avocado on the side. And this is just such a delicious, like hearty meal. You guys, I'm so excited for tomorrow. Santo Domingo is the oldest city in the entire Caribbean. It's the oldest one. So there's all kinds of colonial buildings here, all kinds of things to go see from the Spanish and the French, and just all kinds of historical places to go see. And that's really what my main focus is for tomorrow, at least in this video. So you guys are going to see a lot of historical places. All right, guys, good morning. This is my very first day in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. And the first place I'm going to start at is Independence Park. There's a lot of statues and kind of memorials of national heroes there. And then I'm just going to start working my way east towards the rest of the colonial part of Santo Domingo. There's a couple of museums I might stop at, and there's a whole bunch of just historical places to go see. So one thing that I'm really, really excited for today is to go to the Santo Domingo Cathedral in the old colonial part of Santo Domingo, because this is where some say Christopher Columbus is buried. Now there's a whole bunch of controversy over where Christopher Columbus is buried. Originally, Christopher Columbus wanted to be buried in the New World in a place that he had discovered. That was his hope. So he was originally buried in Santo Domingo. Later, Santo Domingo and Spain, it wasn't really very well known to be part of the Spanish Empire. It kind of faded away from the old Spanish colony era. And so basically, Spain asked for the remains of Christopher Columbus back. They wanted them shipped back to Spain. So by this time, the ashes or the bones of Christopher Columbus would have been hardly anything at all to ship back. It had been so many years. So Santo Domingo sent some remains back to Spain. But when they got the remains back, Spain did DNA testing on the remains, and they noticed that they weren't closely related to Diego. Diego was Christopher Columbus's son. So anyways, they're not really sure where he's buried at this point. Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic here, they're refusing to do DNA tests on Christopher Columbus's body. But they do see that the remains had arthritis. And Christopher Columbus, if you know anything about Christopher Columbus, you know that he did get very bad arthritis. So they're not really sure where he's buried. Some people presume, and this is just a theory, that Santo Domingo sent half of his remains over to Cuba and they kept half of the remains here in Santo Domingo. So we're not really sure where he's buried, but the main cathedral, or the Santo Domingo Cathedral here in Dominican Republic, is said to have his remains here, even though we really don't know where they are at this point, right? So anyway, that's one thing I'm really, really excited for today. I can't wait to go see that. But this is also a really historic town. This is where Ponce de Leon was walking around. This is where Cortez was. So this is a really cool place to come see, especially if you're really, really into history like I am. Ponce de Leon, if you don't know, he found Florida. He was trying to look for the Fountain of Youth. So there's just all kinds of stories and history and just so much to come see in Santo Domingo. So I'm really excited for today. I cannot wait, and I hope you guys enjoy. This is George Washington Avenue. It's a really nice beachfront avenue. Sheraton is here, Crown Plaza. There's some casinos here.
Be careful of mama. Be careful of people. Oh, my friend. My friend. Mama. Be careful of mama.
Doesn't look like it's open for visitors, but it is quite a historic looking cemetery. But the lock is on the gate, so I'm gonna pass by this one and keep going to Independence Park. All right, here we are at Independence Park. Some people say this is where independence first started for the Dominican Republic, at this gate right here. These are a list of their national heroes. Not a list, but a row of statues of all of their national heroes. All right, now we're headed down to the Mercado, or the Old Market. And let's go see what we find over there. This will be fun. This is where the market in Santo Domingo starts. See, and some more things to buy down the street, but I don't know if I want to go down here. But this is kind of what the marketplace looks like over here. There's too many people over here and they're all trying to talk to me, so I'm gonna abandon ship. And we're gonna head to the next place on our list. And let's see, I can't remember where that is, but let me look at the map here. Let's see. This is an old hospital from when the Spanish were here. It was made in 1759. The best thing to do when you're out in public and people are harassing you is to take your phone out and videotape them, because if they're going to do something bad, they don't want whatever they're doing to be on camera. So that's usually my go-to in those kind of situations, and it usually works. I've never had my phone taken away. Actually, I haven't had too many crazy things happen while I'm walking around outside on the streets, but there's a first time for everything, so we don't want to be too antsy. This is a very scenic little street. They have makeup, wigs, hats. Very lively little street. It's pretty cute. All right, and here's the Memorial Museum of Dominican. This looks cool. I hope they're open. I want to go look inside. All right, it's $2.50 or $2.60 USD and 150 pesos for adults that are from outside of Dominican Republic to come here. And there's an entire school of people. And this painting is a representation of them taking back their country, I guess. Very cool. They give you an audio tour. It's in English, and you just press the button on the little thing, and then it plays for you. So for a long time, the Dominican Republic was using USD, and Trujillo, he was one of the principal revolutionaries actually, but he's the person who converted Dominican Republic from USD over to the peso, and it was kind of a for his own benefit. A lot of the money that was printed ended up in his personal bank account, and once it got transferred over, it made him rich, right? So anyways, that's kind of interesting. 1947 was the year that the peso became the official currency, and they moved off of USD. And Trujillo actually won through election fraud during the U.S. occupation of the Dominican Republic. Trujillo was really, really controversial. That's what I'm learning from this museum. I didn't realize how controversial he was. I guess for some he's seen as a hero, of course, because he did lead the Dominican Republic into independence, but he was also part of a Haitian genocide here. He was basically trying to whiten the Dominican Republic's population, and there were thousands of Haitians that were killed during his reign in power. So yeah, lots of controversial stuff. He was also somewhat of a criminal. He would kill cattle. His sister owned a brothel. So very, very controversial figure. I didn't realize how controversial he was to the Dominicans here, but evidently, yeah, that seems to be the case. So, wow. Trujillo is also blamed with the killing of the Mirabal sisters. They were all married to political figures at the time. I think we don't hear a lot about the things that Trujillo did in the United States just because he was anti-communist, and that's of course the stance that the United States took. Well, that was a really good museum. It did have a little bit of an agenda. It had kind of a pro-communist agenda to it, which is fine. I don't really care if somebody wants to be a communist. It's none of my business. But next we're going to head down to a very popular street, and then we're going to head down to a church, the very oldest church in the New World, or in the Dominican Republic. I think the street is El Conde Street. There's a lot of art, little shops, clothing stores. There's even a Pizza Hut, all kinds of things down here. It's really, really cute. I've seen Bon frozen yogurt and ice cream basically everywhere. They have these shops everywhere. This is a local product of the Dominican Republic. All right, guys, I stopped at Bon and I got some pistachio ice cream. Their ice cream's really good. We're gonna head to the church that they think Christopher Columbus is buried in, but they're not sure. So we're gonna go over to that one, and then we're gonna go over to another one that's like the oldest covenant or the oldest church. So there's two that are really close to each other, but we're gonna start with the Christopher Columbus one. This is the very first cathedral ever made in the New World. This is the oldest cathedral in all of the Caribbean, all of North and South America. When Christopher Columbus first came to this town, he called it Isabella after Queen Isabella. And of course later it became Santo Domingo. This is also the only cathedral with Gothic architecture in all of the Americas, so it's pretty cool. So this is where they say Christopher Columbus was buried. And some believe that his ashes are still here, or part of his ashes, along with some other notable people from Dominican Republic. This is the Dominican convent. It's closed, so there's not a lot here. And I think you can take a peek inside. So, yeah, this is one of their oldest churches. Not open though. I don't think it's a very touristy convent to go see. Here is one of the old forts built by the Spanish. Can't see it that well. Whew, try to get closer. Pretty cool. All right, so there's a place where you can go make your own chocolate, but that was closed. And then right across the street, there's this like infantry museum, but it's for kids. I think I might head up to, I think there's a Pantheon that you can go see as well. I think I might head up north and go see the Pantheon now. This is the Plaza de la Hispanidad. I wanted to go here, but it looks like this is under restoration. I don't know why there's so many kids out today. Maybe it's just because it's getting towards Christmas and it's about the holiday season. But I've seen like probably 10 or 15 schools of kids just running around everywhere through the historical parts of Santo Domingo. Maybe they just take them on lots of field trips. I don't know. All right, all the other museums I wanted to go to were closed or they were under renovation. So I ended up going to the Modern Art Museum. I'm really disappointed about the palace because that's actually on the Dominican Republic's currency. So that's a pretty interesting thing to go see, but it's under renovation. I can't see it right now. So we'll go to this Modern Art Museum instead. is Bolivar. It's off of Bolivar Avenue, but this is their first officially elected president once they were in a democracy after Trujillo was out of office, I guess. So this is a statue of him. Right now I'm just walking back to the hotel. I'm kind of out of things to do. I kind of did all of the kind of touristy historical stuff. I went to a museum. A lot of the museums were closed today. It's kind of a bummer, but I wanted to go see some more stuff, but a lot of it was just closed. So anyways, I think I'm gonna head back. I have one more half day tomorrow and then I'm headed back. So I only had about 24 hours here. Not 24, maybe 48 hours, maybe like 2 days, 2 half days and then a full day. But I saw a lot of stuff and overall it was really fun. It was a great little trip. This has been fun. Oh, this is the National Ballet. Huh, I wonder if they have tickets. I'm gonna just venture in here and see. Guys, it is the second beautiful morning in Santo Domingo and I'm on my way to Vallar Hermanos to go get some lunch today. And my main goal is just to go over and get some mofongo. That's really my goal. I just want to try that and then I'm headed home. So it was a really short trip, about 24 to 48 hours, but super fun and I can't wait for this mofongo. And we are here at Vallar Hermanos. This place has really good ratings online, so I'm really excited to try it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright guys, so it is about time to head back to the airport and go home, but this has been such a fun trip to Santo Domingo. It's everything that I was expecting of the Dominican Republic. It was fun. Everything was just enjoyable. The food was amazing. The beach is really pretty. I actually have a view of the beach from here, but it's not a very big beach. Let me show you guys. It's just a little tiny beach. Punta Cana is definitely the place to go if you want to go to the beach. I don't think Santo Domingo has that same appeal. Santo Domingo is really just for history lovers. I don't know, maybe people who want to go to the capitals. If you want to come see the capital. Some people just like to go to the capital of every country. I know people who do that. So yeah, I think Punta Cana is definitely on my list next time I come over. But this was a really fun couple of days. And yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites in the Caribbean. I think next time I come, I'll go to Punta Cana, but I want to try more local foods. The food that I got today was really good. Mofongo, I don't know how to pronounce it, to be honest. But basically that's a bunch of fried plantains. They take a mortar and, what is it called? I can't remember what it's called, but it's like one of those things where you grind up food or sauces or pastries and they make like a paste out of the fried plantains. Usually I think, and I might be wrong, you guys can correct me in the comments, but I think that they usually put some meat in there as well. So it's a little bit more hearty. The mofongo that I got was very plain. It was very simplistic, which was good. It was still really delicious. But I want to try some with the meat next time in it. And then I got like a little, I think it was called a pastel, like a, let me see, let me get my receipt. Pastel in Hoyas? I'm more than certain I'm mispronouncing that. But anyways, it was kind of like a tamale. If you can think of a tamale, but a little bit more sticky. It was kind of like a tamale, but not as spicy. It wasn't very spicy. So that was really delicious too. But I think next time I come, I just want to try some more Dominican food. And I also wanted to go get my nails done because I always see women from the Dominican Republic and their nails just look amazing. They're just like so creative and fun. And I wanted to go get my nails done, but I don't think I'm going to have enough time. I'm worried that if I go into a nail salon, they'll be like, oh yeah, come sit down. And then it's going to take like 2 or 3 hours. And I do have to be at the airport in 2 hours and it takes me takes probably 30 minutes maybe to get from Santo Domingo, from the old part of Santo Domingo to the airport. So I don't think I have time this time, but I really wanted to go do that. Next time I come, I'm definitely going to go get my nails done somewhere. But yeah, it was so fun. Yeah, this has just been an awesome trip.